In the Gilded Age, Max examines the Russell and Van Rhijn-Brook schemes. The Van Rhee family, led by regal matriarch Christine Baranski, is considered old money because their ancestors can be traced back to the Mayflower, whereas Barrett and George Russell are considered new money because Mr. Russell's railroad empire has provided them with the means to acquire a place in an established society. They are the closest Americans have come to acquiring a place in an established society. Affluent families like the Van Rhynes want to be gatekeepers, but families like the Russells see their biases as outmoded and their efforts to keep them out as a barrier. Their mansions face each other on prestigious 61st Street, which exacerbates and provides ample chance for social planning between the Van Ryn and the Russell. Bara Russell, although being considered new money, set her eyes on entering New York City's most exclusive club of socialites from the minute she moved to 61st Street and into her completed palace. Mrs. Russell, who sees society as a giant game of chess, is aware of the secret undercurrent that underpins every social contact and engagement she is keen to win at any cost, particularly when up against opponents like Agnes Van Rhee and Mary Astor No. 2. Morgan Spector, George Russell the gladiator's father, George Russell, is a captain of industry, and Larry, the patriarch of the Russell family and Bertha's husband, is a railroad tycoon who made money hauling rare materials and resources throughout the country. Savy's sole rival is his attachment to his family, which he shares with Mrs. Russell. He enjoys outwitting his business opponents and demonstrating his expertise of venture capital and finance, but beneath his harsh exterior is a startling romanticism. Gladys Russell's older brother and the son of George and Bertha Russell is Harry Larry Russell, the third Mr. Larry Russell Richardson. While he may not be as socially adept as his parents, his eyesight more than makes up for it. Russell has returned from Harvard with the goal of establishing a reputation as an architect and networking with the appropriate people. He isn't as concerned with appearances as his parents are, and he isn't hesitant to pursue his own interests, which has led him to Rhijn-Brook and the exquisite widow Mrs. Blaine No. 4 Gladys. Russell Tarma, George and Bertha Russell's youngest child, is less self-sufficient than her older brother. Larry Gladys believes she is imprisoned in a gilded cage and will never have the ability to make her own judgments. Gladys regards her mother as controlling and uncaring, and she believes that her mother's strict restrictions have made her more in love with her father. Gladys has contemplated marrying Oscar Van Rhee and leaving. Agnes Van Rhee, popularly known as the sexy grandmother of 61 Street in Fifth Avenue, has ruled over the Van Ryn family's money in good repute with vigor and impunity since her late husband's death. She is an enforcer for the old guard, and she is severe on anyone who attempts to enter society without according to its unwritten norms. She sees the Russells as a challenge to her authority and legitimacy, and she monitors her niece Rhijn-Brook's development. Rhijn-Brook's aunt, Brooke A.G.'s younger sister, has a more empathetic disposition, serving as the Van Rhijn-Brook family's moral compass while Agnes and Marion debate about how to behave correctly in public without getting a negative image. She hopes to find love eventually, but for now, she lives vicariously via her niece and the other young ladies who, despite the fact that she has never married and is seen as a spinster by the conventions of her time No. 3, have a wealth of past skills ahead of them. Rhijn-Brook is an accomplished actress. Rhijn-Brook is a newcomer to New York City, but she has all the benefits of old money because she is Agnes Van Rhee and Oz niece. Brooke's friendship with Peggy Scott and her job as an art instructor drive her to rethink the elite's customs. Marion believes she still has an opportunity to find love after having her heart broken by Mr. Rhys, but a blossoming relationship with Larry Russell could weaken the Van Rhee household No. 4's dynamic. Despite being the heir to the Van Ron inheritance and A's wayward son in the Gilded Age, Oscar Van Rhee balances his social standing and becoming recognized as a man about town. He will eventually have to marry a lady his mother approves of and establish a family, but he will have to disguise his sexual orientation and repress his own happiness in order to do so.